53 years ago, JFK instituted the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law. Since its emergence, the Lawyers Committee has been on the front lines fighting to move America toward justice.
This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, and that the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened.
Under the leadership of Kristen Clark, the Lawyers Committee continues to tackle some of the most important issues of our generation, targeting the criminal justice system and barriers to re-entry.
We've got to make sure Americans who've paid their debt to society can earn their second chance.
It is so important that we work to end the era of mass incarceration. But to truly do that, we've got to end the problem of reincarceration.
One of the things that I've been very excited about with Kristen's leadership, and one of the things she focused on almost immediately, was in the criminal justice area, the barriers to re-entry. College applications is one. Asking these questions like some of the schools ask, like, have you ever been stopped by the police? And we know that African-American men are stopped, exponentially more than their white contemporaries. So to ask a question like that is just, in my view, so blatantly racist.
What educational justification is there for asking a student applicant whether they've ever been arrested, whether they've ever been stopped by the police, whether they've ever been detained by the police?
They ask them whether they've been stopped?
Yes.
Until Kristen started writing letters on this, I had never seen an article in the newspaper about it. Now we've had, 2 articles in the New York Times mentioning this issue. You've got the Secretary of Education coming out with a letter. And I really think that the work of the Lawyers Committee pushed him to do that.
One of our big recent victories was in the Census case.
During the decennial census, hundreds and thousands of individuals who applied for temporary jobs were wholesale denied.
And we were able to bring a lawsuit with Out and Golden that resulted in a settlement of that case.
The government has agreed to essentially eliminate their entire hiring process that had been in place in 2010 and replace it with a properly validated sort of best practice approach.
I'm very grateful for the Lawyers Committee and giving me a second chance for somebody who has a conviction on the record and looking past that and giving me an opportunity to, again, become a productive member of society. It's great to wake up in the morning and to know I have a job and know I can come to where people look at me for who I am now and not who I was before. I'm almost like the face of the Lawyers Committee because I'm the first person people see when they come in the door. And it really helps to know that they practice what they preach as far as trying to remove barriers for people like me trying to get back into society.
What we have seen throughout the years is that many landlords and housing providers deny outright housing opportunity to people with criminal records.
We sent letters to 13 landlords that had policies of not accepting anybody with any criminal record. We've also been very active in working to get HUD to pass guidance. Kristen Clark actually spoke at a meeting with the Secretary Castro at HUD and urged him to issue the guidance, and within 2 weeks that guidance came out in early April.
When you talk about felony reenfranchisement, or what I like to say is rights restoration, we have been seeing a steady progress forward.
The area that the Lawyers Committee is involved in that I responded to initially was the election protection work.
On behalf of the Lawyers Committee, we worked with Delegate Corey McCray in Maryland to fight for the restoration of voting rights of 40,000 Marylanders who were recently released from prison.
Former felons who have paid their debt to society and are seeking a second chance and want the rights of citizenship restored to them.
I pay taxes just like you do. I go to work with you, my kids go to school with you, I worship with you. Why would I not have the right to vote?
This is a racial justice issue.
The Lawyers Committee is still relevant because racism is still prevalent in our society. Barriers to education, employment, housing, voting are still existent for minorities. Some people may view the glass as half full, others may view the glass as half empty. Our job is to fill that glass.
Lawyers Committee is on the front lines fighting to defend the right to vote, fighting against housing and employment discrimination, fighting for equal access to educational opportunities, and fighting for criminal justice reform.
Your support can help ensure that we are fully prepared to meet the challenges that lie ahead.
I am.
I am.
I am.
Moving America.
Moving America.
Moving America.
My name is John Nona, and I am moving America
Toward justice.
Moving America.